You know that moment when you're about to speak and your brain freezes because you're not sure if you should say bring or take? You're not alone. It's one of the most common mix-ups, and today we're going to fix it for good. Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it. So Maya, I have to confess, I was just texting a friend about meeting up later, and I literally stared at my phone for a full minute. I wanted to say, should I bring my laptop or should I take my laptop? I ended up just saying I'll have my laptop to avoid the whole thing.
That is the most relatable confession I've heard all week, Leo. And you used a great escape hatch. I'll have, but we're going to get you confident with the real verbs. The good news is, there's a simple logic to it. It's not random. Native speakers have a little mental map in their heads, and once you see it, it clicks.
A mental map? Okay, I'm listening.
Exactly. It all comes down to direction, and specifically the location of the speaker or the listener at the time of the action. Let's break down the core rule. We use bring for movement toward the speaker or the listener. We use take for movement away from the speaker or the listener to some other place.
Wait, toward the speaker or the listener. Can you give me the simplest example?
Of course. Imagine I'm at home and you're at the office. You call me and say, Maya, we're having a meeting, but we forgot the printed reports. If I say, don't worry, I'll bring them to the office, that's correct. The movement is from my location to your location, toward you, the listener.
Okay,
Now, same scenario. I'm at home with the reports. You're still at the office. But this time, I'm talking to my roommate who is also at home. I say, I need to take these reports to Leo's office. That's movement away from my current location to a different place.
oh, so it changes based on who I'm talking to and where we are in the story.
Bingo. The verb changes based on your perspective in the conversation. Here's another classic. A mom says to her child who is going to school, don't forget to take your lunch. The movement is away from home, away from the speaker. But if the child is at school and calls mom, the child might say, Mom, I forgot my lunch. And mom says, I'll bring it to you. Movement is toward the listener.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's like, bring things here, take things there.
That's a great, simple way to remember it for many situations. Bring it here, take it there. But let's add one more layer, because sometimes here and there are about people, not just places. Think about an invitation. If you are inviting someone to your party, you say, please bring a drink. You want the movement toward the party location, which is where you, the speaker, will be.
Right.
But if you are a guest talking to another guest about the same party, you might say, what are you going to take to the party? Because from your perspective as a guest, you're moving the item away from your house to the party.
My mind is doing little cartwheels right now. This explains so much. I think I've been using bring way too often just because it feels more polite or something.
You've hit on a very common pattern, Leo. Many learners, especially from languages like Spanish or Italian, where traer and portare have slightly different boundaries, overuse bring, and speakers from many Asian languages, where the verb might not encode direction in the same way, find this really tricky. The key is to pause for a half second and ask, is the movement coming toward me or the person I'm talking to? Or is it going away from us? That's your mental map check.
Okay, let me try. Scenario, I'm at work. My coworker is going to the post office later. I have a letter. I say to her, could you take this letter to the post office? Because it's moving away from our shared current location.
Perfect. 100% correct.
Hey, yes. Okay, harder one. I'm on the phone with my friend. We're planning to meet at a cafe later. I have a book I want to give back to her. I say, I'll bring your book to the cafe because I'm moving it toward the meeting point, which is where she, the listener, will be.
Excellent. Again, you're mapping it perfectly.
But wait, what about the future? Like, tomorrow I will bring it to your house. That feels right to me, but based on the rule, if I'm not at her house now, isn't it movement away from me?
This is the golden question, Leo, and the source of so much confusion. You've just set up the classic mistake, and in a few minutes you're going to make it yourself. Stay with us. For future events, you still use the same logic, but you have to imagine yourself at the future location. If you are planning to go to your friend's house tomorrow, you mentally project yourself to that future scene. So when you're talking to her today, you say, I'll bring it to your house tomorrow. Because in the context of that future event, the movement is toward the location where you both will be. The bringing happens from the perspective of you at your house now, moving it to the shared future location.
Whoa, that's subtle, so I have to time travel in my mind.
Basically, yes. Think of the destination as the here in that future moment. Now let's get into a real life scenario to cement this. Let's do a role play. You're at your apartment, I'm your friend, and I'm at my apartment. We're on the phone planning a game night at my place tonight. Go.
Okay. Hey Maya, excited for game night tonight.
Me too. Don't forget, we need snacks.
Right. I'll take some chips and salsa. I have a great new board game too. I'll bring it.
Stop right there. Analyze your own sentences.
I set myself up. Okay. I'll take some chips and salsa. I said that because I was thinking from my apartment now, moving them away to your place. That's correct. But then I said I'll bring it about the board game. That's also correct. Because from the perspective of the game night at your place, I'm moving it toward that shared location.
Exactly. Both were perfect. You use take when focusing on the point of origin, way your apartment now, way, and you used bring when focusing on the destination, CO, the party location. In natural speech, we switch between these perspectives fluidly. The mistake happens when you use only bring for everything. You nailed the mix.
Foo. Okay, so what about carry? Where does that fit in? I sometimes think carry is just a synonym.
Great question. This is the third piece of the puzzle. Bring and take are about direction and movement. Carry is about the physical action of holding and transporting something, often with some effort. It doesn't specify direction. You can carry something to bring it, or carry something to take it.
So it's about the how, not the where.
Precisely. For example, can you help me carry this sofa? It's heavy. We're not worried about bring a boot seat yet. We're worried about the lifting. Or, I always carry an umbrella in my bag. That's about having it with you. A common mistake is using carry when you mean bring or take directionally. Like, I will carry my passport to the embassy. It's not wrong, but it emphasizes the physical holding. A native would more likely say, I need to take my passport to the embassy, focusing on the necessary movement.
And what about I carried the conversation? That's different, right?
Totally. That's a great point. A phrasal verb or idiom. To carry a conversation means to lead it or keep it going. Carry has many uses, but for physical objects, remember, direction bring a boot sake. Physical effort, or having with you carry.
This is incredibly helpful. Let's do a quick practice round. I'll say a sentence. You tell me if it's natural or not.
Fire away.
When you come to my birthday party, please take a gift.
Unnatural. Since you, the speaker, will be at the party, you want the movement toward that location, so it should be, please bring a gift.
I'm going to the library later. I need to bring back these books.
Context. If you're talking to someone at the library or about the library as your shared destination, bring could work. But if you're just stating your plans from your current location, I need to take these books back to the library is more common. Bring feels like you're already picturing yourself at the library.
Got it. This suitcase is too heavy. I can't take it by myself.
It's okay, but I can't carry it by myself is better and more specific because the problem is the weight and physical effort, not the direction.
Perfect. Now, for our listeners, here's the challenge. Think about your day tomorrow. Are you going somewhere? Meeting someone? I want you to create 2 sentences in your mind. One using bring correctly and one using take correctly. Pause this if you need to. Imagine the scenario, draw that mental map.
And remember today's single, memorable takeaway. Repeat after me, bring things here, take things there. When in doubt, check your mental map.
Bring things here, take things there. When in doubt, check your mental map.
If you want more simple hacks like this to sound natural and stop overthinking, make sure you're subscribed to Speak Like a Native. We drop new episodes every day, and each one tackles a specific frustrating point just like this.
And we love hearing from you. Tell us in the comments where you've struggled with bring and take, or try the challenge we just gave.
Thanks for learning with us today. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Until next time, keep speaking